Today we're going to be making homemade wine that is delicious, strong, and could not be easier, and it only has 3 ingredients. We're going to start with just juice. So then you also need sugar, some regular pure cane sugar or white sugar, it doesn't matter. And then these are packets of yeast. Okay, so I'm going to get into a disclosure. If you're under 21, please do not do this. Please do your own research on the safety of any of this. And the reason this is going to turn to wine and not vinegar is the addition of the yeast. The sugar, it's going to seem like I'm using a whole lot of sugar, and I am. It is essential for the yeast to feed on to create the alcohol. So we're going to start with our cranberry, and we're going to start by just emptying out 2 cups because we're going to replace it with 2 cups of sugar. And now I'm going to do 2 cups of sugar. So I'm going to use 1 packet of this. I got off of Amazon. For this size container, which is 64 ounces, I would use half a teaspoon of yeast if you're using bread yeast or any yeast. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. And then I'm just going to put the lid back on and screw it real tight because I'm getting ready to shake it like crazy. And so when I put it away, I'm going to put it in a dark place for about a week. And the first couple days you can come up and give it a good shake, and that will help by introducing the oxygen into it. But I'm just going to leave it in a dark cupboard in my garage with this very loose, and I'm going to come check on it every single day. The first day or 2, I'm going to give it a really good shake, get some bubbles moving through it, but then I'm going to leave this very loosely on. Now you will see some people use airlocks, and those are great, and we'll use one for our big jug at the end just because it's new. I just kept the cap on loose, and once in a while I'd come in and like burp it like once a day, but left the cap very, very loose so that it could burp itself. Otherwise you will end up with a big explosion and you will hate me. But don't, because I warned you. So I'm just going to repeat this process. I'm going to pour out 2 cups of cranberry juice. I'm going to put in 2 cups of sugar. I'm going to pour it back into its bottle with one of these little packets of yeast. But I will add 3 cups of sugar for that instead of 2. And then at the end, all I'm going to do is to add all the leftover juices into this big jug. I'm going to call it a fruit punch. So it has been, after 7 days of my wine sitting in its little juice container in that dark closet, I tightened this top up because I wanted to know when it was basically done fermenting.